Welcome to my channel. So in this video I am actually going to be talking about a particular command that you can use to check whether a user is able to perform a certain action in Kubernetes cluster. Of course, let me get to my Kubernetes cluster. I am actually on one of my worker nodes, and as you can see, my current context is set to Kubernetes admin, and I just created another context called developer, another credential, another user called developer. So basically I want to know whether this developer can perform a certain action. Okay, for example, so this tab right here is my master node, and this tab right here is my worker node. I'm just actually to kind of like draw a line between the two. So what I want to show you is this particular command, right? So what I can do is I can check whether I can list pods. Can I list pods in the default namespace as the developer user? Okay, so again, my current context is set to Kubernetes admin, so I am not the developer user right now. And if I run this command, you get an answer saying no. So what that means is this developer cannot list pods. Okay, now if I get here and I have a couple of YAML files, so let's take a look at that. The first one is a role, or basically this role is for being able to perform all these actions like get, watch, list, create, delete, all these verbs, all these actions on this pod object actually. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and create this role. Okay, so now there's another YAML file called role binding, which is basically for binding the above role to the developer user. Okay, so we're granting developer user the privileges to do all these actions on the pod object. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So now that the role binding is done, if I run the same command over here, now we get the response as yes, right? So now the developer is able to perform this list pods action actually. So let's go ahead and like check something else. Like, what if the developer tries to list deployments? We just granted the permissions to manage pods for this developer, right? So which has nothing to do with deployment object. So obviously the developer will not be able to do anything with the deployments or secrets or config. So that's just it actually. So this lesson is a short one, but it's a handy command that you can use if you're a certain user and you want to check the privileges of another user actually. Okay, so alright, so feel free to actually just browse around my channel. There's a Kubernetes playlist, take a look at that. There's also a giant video which basically is a compilation of all my Kubernetes lessons. Check that out as well. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Thank you.